I hope so. We have a strong buy-on opinion, and we think that there's a good story here. North America is the strongest point. They're benefiting there from a shift to pickup trucks and SUVs, which are higher profit and better for General Motors' market share. They're also doing pretty well in China, a market that's been slowing. And if you take away their bad news that they have South America, there's potential for future growth with Europe coming back and further gains in North America. So I think we're pretty cheap here at about 6.3 times our forecast for 2016 earnings. You would see a part of it at the end of June because you already started the swoon from the peak with the sharp decline, so that did impact sales volume there. But they've done surprisingly well. That is the risk. That's probably the biggest concern that any investor has on General Motors. But they have an advantage that the market there, one of the shifts that's moving is towards the SUVs and crossover utility vehicles, and GM is coming out with new products there with their joint venture partner, so they're poised to take advantage of that outside the big cities.
Caterpillar is a 90-year-old company, and I am absolutely convinced at some point, probably not in the too distant future, those $100 shares will look cheap. They'll certainly look cheap today, and you look at this as a long-term basis. But you can't have, I don't want a lot of cash on our balance sheet in the short term.
I don't think so at this point. Look, fundamentally, you've got a backlog that's down 23%. You've got loan loss reserves rising. You've got customer past dues rising. We don't know where this downturn is going to end, and therefore, I think investors would have been more comfortable if Caterpillar had even hoarded cash and maybe looked at things like cutting R&D, which was flat year over year, or cutting SG&A, which was only down 3% year over year.
I think you have to look at Amazon as this amazing juggernaut. To me, the notion that they could do something called Prime Day, a completely made-up concept, put it out there and have it be as successful as it apparently was, I just think is a tribute to how different the world is from a few years ago. And it suggests great things for Amazon going forward. You look at them in each individual category, their ability to sell stuff is unstoppable. To me, the question always is and always will be, what is the value that you ought to put on a business that is consciously choosing not to maximize profits? And that's a market game I'm currently not, I'm scratching my head on, because it is at an all-time high, and expectations are clearly very, very high. And people, I don't think, know exactly how well the Prime Day went. My guess is it went better than one would have thought going in.